Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Batphone by Arctic Monkeys. As always, the song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers, so if you would like to request something, just put it in the comments. I'll be sure to add it to my list. So at this point, I've heard plenty of music from the Arctic Monkeys, but to my knowledge, I've only heard one song off of this particular album. It was 4 out of 5, which I actually really like. I definitely don't like it as much as like other Arctic Monkeys offerings. It definitely strays away from, I think, what they are known for, but it's still a good song. And I know this album is not as sort of widely praised and positively received as a lot of their earlier work, but still want to give it a chance. And again, I take on all requests, even if my current request list is like 1,000+ songs. So here we are. Anyway, let's give it a shot. This is again Batphone by Arctic Monkeys, and let's go.
I want an interesting synonym to describe this thing that you say we're all grandfathered in. I'll use the search engine. Too much to discuss over a bucket of balls. I can recall the glow of your low beam. It's the big night in Tinsel City. Life became a spectator sport. I launched my fragrance called integrity. I sell the fact that I can't be bought. Have I told you all about the time that I got sucked into a hole through a handheld device? I will flash back now and again, but I'm usually alright. Thankfully, the process has been simplified. Since the last time you tried, I've recognized the glow of your low beams. Numerous times I've been by the Batphone. If you need to get a hold, making a selection, opening credits roll, panoramic windows looking out across your soul. Vengeance Trilogy wallpaper walls, they have redecorated it all. They've changed all the lights and the bars down the side. I've recognized the glow of your low beams numerous times through fairly opaque blinds in the sitting room. Vehicles will pass by, but I know when it's you. I'll be in a nosedive in my flying shoes, right behind your closed eyes, like a memory from your youth. I'll be by the Batphone if you need to get a hold, making a selection, opening credits roll, killer pink flamingos, computer controlled, panoramic windows looking out across your soul.
that one was interesting. I don't know if I like it yet or not. This is gonna be one that needs a repeat listen for me to figure out if I like it or not. It definitely wasn't bad though. I mean, I'm definitely leaning more towards having enjoyed it. I'm just not sure yet. It is definitely very different, a little weird, a little eclectic, but overall, I want to say it was good. I mean, mixed feelings. Anyway, let's break this on down like we always do. Of course, starting with the lyrics. So a little bit of information here. It says, this is track 10 off of Arctic Monkeys' 6th studio album, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. Batphone is business jargon for a private phone line whose calls take priority over official channels. The term had its genesis in the late 1960s Batman television series. The song speaks of technology and gives both an analysis and criticism of modern-day use of devices. Interestingly enough, songwriter Alex Turner doesn't associate himself with any form of social media outside using Twitter for promotion and updates. He warned technology is worth keeping an eye on during his interview with Billboard promoting an upcoming album. Okay. I kind of got that from the lyrics, and I will say, like, again, even though I'm kind of on the fence about the song, I think lyrically it is pretty strong. So let's take a look at it. It says, I think an interesting synonym to describe this thing that you say we're all grandfathered in. I'll use the search engine. We've got much to discuss. Too much to discuss over a bucket of balls. I can recall the glow of your low beams. It's the big night in Tinsel City. Life became a spectator sport. I launched my fragrance called Integrity. I sell the fact that I can't be bought. I love that line. I sell my fragrance called Integrity. I sell the fact that I can't be bought. Like, I'm sort of selling integrity to you. These words don't actually matter. These principles don't actually matter. It's all about whether or not you can make money from it. I think that's brilliant. Have I told you about the time that I got sucked into a hole through a handheld device? I'm assuming he's talking about his phone, just not being able to look away from it, that kind of thing. And I kind of get that in the first verse as well. And the fact that life became a spectator sport, just about everything we do nowadays is filmed. I mean, hell, I'm filming myself right now, listening to music I've never heard before. Back in, like, I don't know, the 90s or the early 2000s, it was like you would just discover new music in your own way. It didn't have to be filmed, but now we've been able to sort of make entertainment out of discovering new music, So that line, I think, it definitely has a lot of relevance. And not that there's anything necessarily wrong with it. I think Alex Turner likely has a much more, pessimistic view of it than I do. But people watch Twitch streams and like YouTube, and it's like, people watch each other play video games or play Dungeons and Dragons, or people will watch other people listen to music or, talk about movies, and it's just the way that we found our entertainment. It's definitely different, but I don't know if it's necessarily good or bad in a sense. Anyway, I will flash back now and again, but I'm usually all right. Thankfully, the process has been simplified since the last time you tried. I've recognized the glow of your low beams numerous times. I'll be by the Batphone if you need to get a hold, making a selection, opening credits roll, panoramic windows looking out across your soul. You go in through the door, Vengeance Trilogy. What is that referencing? The Vengeance Trilogy is a series of 3 films by Park Chan-wook. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy. I've heard of Old Boy and Lady Vengeance. I haven't heard of the other two, though. I haven't seen Old Boy, though, and I know you guys are going to tell me I need to see it, so maybe I'll try to make some time for it. Vengeance Trilogy wallpaper walls. They have redecorated it all. They've changed all the lights and the bars down the side. I've recognized the glow of your low beams numerous times through fairly opaque blinds in the sitting room. Vehicles will pass by, but I know when it's you. I'll be in a nosedive in my flying shoes, right behind your closed eyes like a memory from our youth. I'll be by the Batphone if you need to get a hold. Making a selection, opening credits roll, killer pink flamingos, computer controlled, panoramic windows out across your soul. Yeah, the second half of the song just sounds like, yeah, I've heard of this movie as well. Haven't seen it though. But this last half just sounds like like going to the movies. I don't know, it's weird, but like still being by the Batphone. I'm not sure. Lyrically, there's definitely some interesting stuff going on here. Definitely a lot I don't quite understand, but I still kind of like it. I give it a thumb up lyrically. Instrumentally, this one's really weird. You know, I like the bass first and foremost throughout. I think the bass is responsible for the majority of kind of the groove of the song, but I think they did a really good job. I don't know what. If it was guitar they were playing or like the little din 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 din, that kind of thing. If it was keyboard or guitar, let's see what they credit here. So vocals, Alex Turner, I think he did a great job. The organ, Alex Turner, also great job. And synthesizer as well, on guitar as well. He actually did the bass too, fuck, and the drums. So dude did it all. I think it all sounded great. It was definitely weird, but definitely gave me like a weird like space noir theme, man. And I say space because I know that this is supposed to be like a sort of kind of like a cool sci-fi tranquility base type thing. But definitely very noir. It was I could picture like a guy sitting in a hazy like parlor playing the piano, and then it's very noir, like I said. So I think instrumentally it kind of worked for me. Although again, I don't know if I like it. That's the thing. Like, it worked in the sense that it was pleasing to the ear. There were a couple of kind of cool grooves to pick up on, especially in the bass and that synthesizer, but it was just weird. There wasn't, to me, like a satisfying progression to the song like you get in a lot of Arctic Monkeys songs. It was very much kind of, I don't want to say one note, but it was very much like the same throughout. And I wonder if that's perhaps what sort of detractors have to say about this particular album, is that it's very different from, I think, what I'm used to from Arctic Monkeys. That said, it's still pretty enjoyable, so I'm still going to give it a thumb up instrumentally and vocally. As far as replay value goes, this one is kind of hard. As much as I can recognize that there are some good sounds in there and that the lyrics are interesting, I just don't know if it's a song that I enjoyed listening to. I'm still right there on the fence, so I'm going to have to give it another listen or two before I can really make a judgment call on it. So I'm going to go like neutral, thumbs to the side vote on replay value. I'm not sure I want it on my playlist yet, but I could be convinced. So yeah, I mean, overall, not a bad song. A lot of redeeming qualities, a lot to enjoy here. Just need a little bit of help getting into it, I guess. So anyway, thank you so much for the request. As always, if you want to request something, just leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to add it to my list. If you enjoyed the music, go support the artists, of course. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.